Hello, Ryan here with Hobbies of Men. Once again, and today we'll be doing another first impressions review for a new manga that just dropped. This one actually dropped 2 weeks ago, and I was unaware of it until recently because if you guys remember, the K-Manga app just recently released. I did a video, and I think it's a horrible website, horrible app. It's just not good at all. But there are other apps that have very similar gotcha systems, I guess you could call them, to it, but that are significantly better. And one of them is the Comikey app. It's not one that I was particularly interested before until I came across this video talking about this new manga called Star Strike It Rich by Sandrovich, who is the guy that did How Heavy Are the Dumbbells That You Lift, and who also wrote all of Kengan Ashura. And this other guy called Mam, this other artist called Mam. And I don't know what they've worked on before, but I know that they have worked on fighting manga before, so it kind of makes sense. And this is published on Comikey and Shogakukan. You can read the first 3 chapters. It's actually the first chapter divided into 3 sections. You can read it for free. And after that, you have to pay 3 keys. And each key is more or less 10 cents based on how you can purchase them. So it's basically 30 cents for the next chapter. There's also other ways that you can read it, like you can watch ads to remove some the blockage, and I think you can do this 5 times per series. And there's also passes, which means that you can wait a day and recharge your pass, and you can use it on one thing specifically every day. It's not really my favorite way of doing stuff, but for the way that, for the sake of being introduced to new things, it works, and it's significantly cheaper than K-Manga, and it's not as predatory as K-Manga, so I think it's a okay service. It's not really one that I'm going to use all that often, but maybe I'll use it just to keep up with the series specifically, and I'm willing to deal with that if it's the only way that I'll ever get access to the series, which is probably going to be the case, right? So, yeah, what is this series about? Basically, it follows this woman called Tenma Nozumi. If I remember correctly, Tenma is the main character's last name from Kengan Ashura, I think. I don't remember. I do remember there's a Tenma somewhere in Kengan Ashura. I just don't remember who it is. But this girl, Tenma Nozumi, is an adult, and she's a loser. She was a boxer of some sorts. She had a lot of skill and ability as a boxer, but apparently she has something called a loose retina or something like that, which seems to be some sort of eye problem, which makes it so she's not fit enough to compete in, professional boxing. And apparently women's boxing is popping off right now, but she is not able to take advantage of that and her skills because of her health issues. So she decides to be an underground fighter. The thing is that none of the underground organizations want her because she is too boring compared to other fighters, since she is so much more disciplined and so much more skilled than them. And so she doesn't try to go all out and fight like crazy. And so she doesn't give the viewers of these underground matches, these illegal matches, the kind of bloodthirsty vibe that they want. And so they get bored with her matches, which kind of sucks, but I kind of understand what the point of what is being said is. And I think it makes sense, even if it's kind of shitty, right? Like, she is actually much better at fighting than everyone else, but because she's not doing it the same way everyone else does, she gets punished by it, and, kind of sucks, right? So she's a loser, and she also has 2 friends. One of them is this shark-toothed woman who I find really funny, and she is a cop, but she's crooked. And they also have another friend who is the leader of a very small-time Yakuza family, and the 3 of them together end up coming up with this idea to create their own underground fighting organization to deal with all of their issues at the same time. So Nozumi's issue is that she wants to be a fighter, and she wants to make money, but she can't because she has no access to anyone. The crooked cop's issue is that she has a lot of rowdy teenagers that are not being able to be funneled into, productive, situations in society, whether that's with the Yakuza or as normal people. But with Nozumi's new fighting organization, they'll be able to deal with their, impulses in a relatively useful way. And the Yakuza lady will manage to get a lot of money from something that no one else is doing in the Yakuza kind of sphere in her area. So she'll get something out of that. And so all three of them are in this together. And it's going to be pretty cool, right? So they might be able to make some good money with this underground fighting thing, but it really depends on whether they get the right type of people involved. And so the chapter ends with them going to find a specific high school girl who apparently is like the mastermind of some ancient, hidden religious cult thing in Japan. And it's pretty interesting, and it leaves off in a pretty cool cliffhanger where Nozomi is probably going to end up fighting this girl. And it's really exciting, but I didn't want to pay for the, next chapter, so I decided to wait. And that's why I'm doing this video now. So it's kind of wild, but cool. I find it pretty enjoyable. It kind of has the same vibe as Kengan. So if you like that, you'll probably enjoy this manga as well. And I definitely think I will keep reading it, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'll probably wait and then just do a big purchase of keys and then read all of them that way. But I'm not really sure yet. I haven't really decided what I want to do, if I really even want to continue reading this or not. So there you go. That's my thoughts on Strike It Rich. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have read it. It's free, so you guys can read the first chapter yourselves and then come back and talk to me. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and see you guys later.